Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. I'm Greg Parry. I'm a wellbeing specialist. And one of the things that we take for granted is perhaps our most precious commodity. Can you guess what it is? It's time. We work through our to-do list. We are completely absorbed in our agendas. We have lots of things to think about and often worry about. And the moments, the hours and the days just slip by. There's nothing like a moment of recollection at the beginning of the new year for us to realize how quickly the time has passed. Now, we're not going to talk too much about the nature of time or our appreciation of what time really is, but it is something which perhaps we need to be more aware of. Quite often when you're working with people and you realize that they've been postponing happiness most of their lives, waiting for the right conditions to be with the right person, making sure the circumstances are conducive to happiness, and they live their whole lives in this strange limbo state, waiting for happiness, which is always around the corner. It's always something which is reserved for the future. What I wanted to suggest today is that we just take a moment to pause, to reflect, to breathe, and introduce the feeling, the idea of happiness, into this moment, because it's not necessarily connected to anything outside of you. It's a state of being. The ancient philosophers used to teach that happiness is not the goal, happiness is the way, it's how we live. And we're conditioned to believe that happiness depends entirely on our external circumstances. Of course, the conditions in which we find ourselves will have a huge impact on the quality of our lives. But I'd like to suggest that happiness is so important that we take better control of it and use it as a very powerful internal force for well-being, for a sense of being at peace, for being more in control, to become a little bit more immune to some of the slings and arrows that life often throws at us. Because, as I said at the start of this little video, time is our most precious resource. And when we think about the huge amount of time that we have invested in all kinds of projects and in worries and doubts and fears, it might strike you as ironic that we might have invested some of that energy into our well-being, into a deep sense of inner peace, calm and happiness, because that will have a huge impact on the quality of life. So let's not postpone this moment of happiness until the conditions are right. Let's bring it into the present. Let's bring it into this magical moment we call now, so that your body and your life can benefit from this extraordinary experience every day. If you think this is a good idea, well, see how it works for you. And if you'd like to make any observations, my email address, as usual, is in the description. And if that's the basis for a happier, healthier life, well, let's see if you can put those ideas into practice right now, because I'm wishing you a wonderful day, and I'll be back with you soon.